Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lauren with Eventide Farm. I have a candle wholesale business and I also sell candles at our farm stand where I also sell a variety of items that are homegrown and homemade here on our farm. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some key pieces of equipment that I have invested in for my candle business that has drastically improved the quality of my candles and as well as my profitability. I've been selling candles for about 4 years or so, and I recently invested in these items and they've all been real game changers. So I'm going to show you those right now. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and liking this video. It's a really free way to support me and this work, and I hope you guys get some value out of all this information. Okay, so the first thing, there's two items that have kind of come together. This is the wick setting tool from Norden Candle Supply. It is specially 3D printed to fit this exact jar. I do not have any affiliation with Norden Candle Supply, but using their products has been such a game changer for me. This fits right around the vessel and puts the wick directly in the center of the vessel. And I can tell you, I used 2 different other wick setters and had a lot of trouble with them, but because this is made to fit perfectly around the jar, it goes in the center every time. When you go on their website to order, it actually has like all of the jars from all of the other candle suppliers, and so I was able to go in there and say, this is the large salsa jar that I ordered from Candle Science, and they 3D print it exactly for those specs. So this has been a game changer. To go along with this is the wick centering tool from Norden Candle Supply. So same thing. This is ordered specifically for this jar. And there's a little notch in the middle to put your wick into. And it's going to be centered every time. And again, I've tried a lot of other wicks holders, wick centering tools, and it is surprisingly hard to keep them centered, and that's why this design is so good. These are going to cost you a little bit more than, other wick bars will, but I was to the point where I was wholesaling enough candles. I just wanted them to look professional. It's such a bummer to have to put something in a discount bin or to lose money and supplies because the wick centering tool slid over. That has happened to me so many times, especially when you're doing larger quantities. It's almost impossible to not overlook some of them. So highly recommend these tools from Norden Candle Supply. I'll link them below so you can check it out. Okay, the next thing is this little gadget. And you've probably seen other candle makers use this. This is a piston funnel. It is also used by for pancakes to portion out pancakes, and many people who make skincare items that are oil based use these a lot too. It comes in this awesome stand, which is very stable, and so I use this to pour the wax, and I can put this directly over my jars. And it has been so much more effective than using my pouring pitchers and pouring directly into the candles. This has helped me with accuracy, so getting the wax up to that same fill line every time. And it's also helped me with reducing the amount of drips down the sides of the containers, so time wasted cleaning later. And then additionally, I can go faster with it. Then I don't have the same amount of control when having to pour the wax from the pitchers. So I still use the wax pitcher to get the wax from the melter and to mix in the fragrance oil, but then I pour it all into this, and then I'm just able to go directly above my jars and fill them up. So I actually highly recommend this. You can get this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. This is a smaller one. You could get an even larger one, but I find that like just bigger is not always better because then it'll be heavier as you're pouring wax. So this is a really good size for like my arm strength and wrist control. Oh, something else. So going back to like setting wicks and centering wicks, I also do a jumbo 3-wick candle, and I will be investing in this system from Northern Candle Supply for those. But in the meantime, I went on to Photoshop, but you can use Canva too, and I just made a template. And since my jar is a clear glass jar, I'll show you. I just put the jar directly on here, and then I can see from above, and I can place my wicks with wick stickers. So as long as I keep my jar centered, I'm good. And I just made this on, you can make it on Canva, I made it on Photoshop, and I printed it out, and then I put it in a lamination pocket, so it can be used over and over again. But like I say, when I have the cash flow, I'm gonna invest in this system for the 3-wick too. But for those of you who aren't there yet and don't want to spend the money, this is a really good option. Okay, next, this is my 2 auto wax melter. I think this is the largest one that they sell. You can get these on Amazon, and this has been a game changer because prior to that, I used like a 10-quart Presto pot, and I have been using this for over 6 months now. I have poured hundreds, I would say easily like hundreds of candles with this, and it has worked incredibly well. I also see it highly recommended by others in some of my candle making groups on Facebook. So this is a great mid-step because some of the bigger wax melters from Candle Science and other companies, they're very expensive. They're like $1,200, $1,500. This was like, I want to say $175 or something. It's in or around $200. So for many of us who don't want to or are not ready to invest in something over $1,000, this has been like a champ. I would easily just add another one of these if I got to the point where I needed that volume. Could not recommend this more. Again, no affiliation with them. The brand is TOAUTO, 2 Auto. I'll link that. It has been amazing. It's been so good because it keeps the temperature a lot more accurate than my Presto pot did, and that's very important. If you know anything about candle making, the temperature at which you add the fragrance oil and the temperature at which you pour it can both very much affect the quality of the candle. So this has really helped me with my hot throw. It has also helped me with my profitability because it's way faster. I can pour so many more candles at one time and batch my work a lot better. Okay, last but not least, I want to mention onlinelabels.com. This is a company that I have talked about a lot because I use their labels for all of my products, whether it's candles or baked goods or soaps. And I just recently made an upgrade. And I don't think there was any cost difference, but I'm now using the weatherproof labels. I have a laser printer where I print these all at home, and I had been using white glossy. And what I found with the candles is on like really wet, high humidity days, I would sometimes get bubbling on my labels with the white gloss for laser label. Now that I've switched to weatherproof, I have not had that problem, and they look so professional. And this is especially important because a common place that a lot of people put their candles is the bathroom, which is also a pretty humid place, and like your hand washing can get, water easily gets splashed on candles in the bathroom. So I can't recommend that enough. No affiliations with any of these companies. I just find them to be most excellent in the quality of these weatherproof labels has still just been really good. So these are all some things that I have done within the last year that I've really increased the quality of my candles. And you know, if you are a customer, I just always want you to know just the thought and the love and the care that goes into making these products. And if you are a fellow maker, and maybe some of these tools and tips would be helpful to you. That's going to be it for this video. Please like and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again on the next one.